Hi everyone, welcome to week 10 for BCOM 3113. I'm back in the country. Some of you tried to contact me. You know I was gone all last week in Europe. Actually presented a research paper I've been working on with colleagues in Dublin, Ireland. It was really pretty cool, but it's always good to be back after being gone for a while. So we need to jump back into things. Just wanted to try to ease back into the week. So there's not as much content this week as we might have had. There's certainly more than when I was gone. But just so you'll know, for planning purposes, in the next few weeks, you're going to have to be ready to try to kind of play catch up. We are going to have some more content heavy weeks in the next couple of weeks. So this is also an exciting part, I think, of the class, because this is the part of the class that I think has the most utility for anyone. So you could be, you know, a 20-year-old sophomore or junior who's not real sure what you want to do with your life, or you could be someone maybe in their 50s that's been in the workforce for many years and are professional, and I still think you can gain something from this. So anywhere in between all those spectrums. So you just gotta kind of approach with an open mind. So what we're going to do this week, if we take a look, is we are going to be starting our job package assignment. Okay, so the job package assignment actually is made up of 3 parts. So I'm going to pull up the assignment sheet here and we'll go through it in this video. All right, so you go through week 10, you'll notice that you have assigned videos for chapter 15 and for a reading assignment for chapter 15 on Connect. That is due Sunday the 29th, so please make sure that you keep up on that, especially since I'm kind of a day behind what I have been doing. I kind of tried to make this easy to accomplish for you guys. So if you download the assignments sheet, which is under the week 10 material for the job package, you'll notice that it says due November 12th. So that's 3 weeks away, but you need to get started on it now. And again, I think this actually has one of the things that, you know, if you are so inclined, you can use this in your real life right now. This isn't always the peak of recruiting season, at least for college students generally. So you may not feel like you're in that position just based on the sequencing of this assignment, but the skills that we're going to talk about here are going to help you out the rest of your life. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And I really hope they do, because that's what I want everybody to you know, that is a student of mine, whether in a face-to-face or an online classes. I want you all to succeed. I really do. So, all right. So if we look here, 3 parts. The whole job package itself is worth 150 points. That's a ton, right? That's 15% of your course grade. So keep that in mind as you plan your week out. All right. So the first part, what you're going to do basically is, for this assignment, you are going to find a real-life job or internship listing or announcement, right, that you are qualified for right now, that you would possibly even be interested in applying for. You know, so generally speaking, that means that if you were going to, let's say, graduate in December or in May, you would definitely be in the position to be looking for a job position or a job announcement for this assignment that's looking for a college grad, right? If that does not include you at this point, and you don't have years of professional experience where you might be able to overcome that, then I would say look for an internship posting, okay? And I would still encourage you, even if you have something lined up for you know, the next semester or next summer, still try to take this seriously, because I've had students in the past that have taken this seriously and they end up with a real job or internship offer that was better than the one that they had already had lined up. So try to keep that in mind. So for this first part on the memo, you're going to write a job analysis memo, okay? So you're going to find the listing first and foremost. And once you've found that announcement, if you look right here, very important, save the document in a separate file. So just copy and paste. So, you know, I encourage you, if you watch the Chapter 15 video, to start with career services. Now, obviously, with online, we have some different challenges with that, but still, hireosugrads.com, your fees go to pay for your access to that while you are an enrolled student. And it is a treasure trove of all kinds of information in terms of how to complete the job search process, how to make the documents, how to interview, how to negotiate a salary, all these things that you're going to have to do if you haven't already done them multiple times in your life. So keep that in mind. So start there, but don't have to end there. If you look before, you know, you can find your announcement anywhere. I want you to start on the hire system, but you know, it can come from a specific company's website that you want to work for, or you can go to Monster or Indeed or any of the general job boards that are out there. But once you have that, I want you to save that immediately. And obviously the reason why should make sense to you. If you, let's say you get started on this tomorrow and you find the perfect job posting, and on Sunday, November 12th, that thing is not there anymore. So I would say, though, for your own planning purposes, you want to gain as much from this as you can. Try to pick something that maybe, if you are going to apply for, doesn't close before the due date, so that, if you want, I will try to give you some feedback if you reach out to me one-on-one. This, I've helped students, and I'll offer this for any of you that are watching this. If, even down the line after you've had me, I'm happy to help. Next year, next semester, even, or a couple of years from now, you don't hesitate to email me. Say, hey, I really want to apply for this job. Can you help me get my resume and cover letter targeted specifically for it? And I'd be happy to do that. Okay. So if you don't say this final job posting is removed, then you run the risk of losing points. So save the job posting first and foremost. So you'll have to turn that into the Dropbox. So in a memo to me, I want you to list the requirements mentioned in the job announcement, and then add to this list the requirements that may be implied and any knowledge of personality qualification you think the employer is looking for. And then under each requirement, write how or where you acquired that skill. So be specific, all right? So the idea here is you're going to generate hopefully some information that you don't currently have in your stock resume, maybe, that you already have saved, right? Because that's the other idea that you're going to learn this week, is that we do not want to use the same resume to apply for more than one job, okay? I mean, if we're in the same sector or real similar positions, we're probably okay, but trying to tailor everything as specific as possible is your ultimate road to success, okay? So while the memo, try to do that as soon as you can. Get started on that this week, because that's the easiest thing to do. And if you get some momentum on this, then the rest of it will come even easier. Okay. So there's no set length requirement, but I think anything less than a page and a half tells me that you really haven't spent enough time analyzing your audience. So try to get at least a page and a half in there. Okay. I'm going to put a sample job analysis memo under the week 10 content in Brightspace, so you can see what we're looking for. So part 2 is the resume. You're obviously going to prepare a print-based resume, all right, even though you're going to submit it online. So the textbook talks about those differences, right? That's targeted, very targeted for that specific position that you have named in the job analysis memo. So you have to have a real-life job listing that you are writing a targeted resume for. Part 3 is the cover letter, same thing. And with both of these, all the information has to be accurate as of the date it is prepared, okay? So you can't make up information or pretend like you're going to apply for this, next December or something like that. That doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't give you any utility. So keep that in mind, all right? So the job package is due on Sunday, November 12th, 11:59 p.m. There's going to be a Dropbox for it, and I want you to submit two different elements, right? So you've got number 1, the job announcement itself, right? So you've saved that, and here's how I want you to submit it. And then you're going to have the other elements. You're going to have the memo, the resume, and the cover letter. So those 3 documents you'll submit a total of 4 files to the Dropbox folder. So again, this is worth 150 points, since obviously the competitive nature of the job market. I mean, I myself in my past professional life have hired and fired many employees over the years. So the standards for the effectiveness of the document are especially high. I will look at your job listing, and I will place myself in that hiring manager's position and think, would I hire this person based off of what they're looking for? Plus, your demonstration to me that you watched the lecture videos and you read closely, and you're going to implement the strategies that we talk about for this class. So as always, any questions, please reach out to me, and get to work and have a good week. Thanks.